All right, guys, our next guest will be rematching Bigfoot Silva in what was considered one of the most exciting heavyweight fights in the UFC's history. He also has an autobiography set for release in September detailing his amazing life journey. Mark Hunt, welcome back to Submission Radio. How you going?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on.
No worries, Mark. Now, the big news, of course, this week is your big fight, your big rematch with Bigfoot Silva is announced for UFC 193. Just want to get your initial thoughts. When were you when you found out that you'd be fighting Bigfoot again, and is this something that you were looking forward to?
Yeah, I found out a couple of days ago. Dana tweeted me, and I said yes to the fight. So I found out a couple of days ago. But I'm excited about the fight. It's kind of disappointing from the last time we fought. It was a great fight, just marked because of the PEDs use. But that's over and done with now. And I broke my hand in that fight, and Bigfoot got suspension for 9 months. So we ended up actually competing again similar times because I had like 9 months off because my hand was broken. So go figure.
Well, you guys have obviously gone on to fight other people. Is this a fight that you've sort of been chasing since that original fight, since obviously the PED test, the failed PED test, and obviously since that draw? Is this something you've been chasing, Mark?
Well, no, I haven't been chasing. I don't really. I get told the fights that I'm going to fight, and that's it. So, it's a rematch. I've never lost a rematch, and it's one of those. It's going to be an exciting fight. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, certainly. Now, you mentioned that Bigfoot did unfortunately fail a drug test, which sort of put the fight, your original fight, in a negative light. Were you disappointed with Bigfoot when you found out the stuff about the drug tests?
Well, I was disappointed, but I think everyone's got to try and get ahead somehow. I for one ain't cheating or anything like that, but it is what it is. It's the past, and just move on.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to ask you one thing, Mark, because you mentioned, everybody's got to do what they got to do to get ahead. The story was with Bigfoot Silva that he was on TRT, his doctor prescribed him a higher use. I just want to ask, do you think it was a case of trying to get ahead, or, do you think it was a case of accidents happening?
Well, I don't think that's an accident. I think, trying to get the advantage is always, the case in the sport. Look at some of the top that bike riding guy. He lied for years about taking steroids.
Lance Armstrong.
Everyone's different. So everyone's. When I say everyone's trying to get ahead somehow, so that's just the way it is. But yeah, so like I said, move on. Pass is pass.
Yeah, certainly. And obviously, you're not someone who really cares about people trying to take advantages. But is any part of you concerned at all that he may not be clean in this rematch?
Well, it's not my worry and concern of what they do. I can't control what they can do. I only can control what I do. So what happens when they get caught for cheating or whatever it is, then it mars their career and their life, their fighting existence. Whatever they have done, like I said before, some other interviews, whatever they have done has been questioned. So if you've been taking steroids and cheating, whether you've been a world champion or not, well, who knows if you're cheating, why you'll become the world champion? So it just questions everything you've done, actually. So why would you want to risk that?
When you look at how Bigfoot has been performing since getting off TRT, he's had a couple of brutal knockout losses. How much of a factor do you think that it was when the two of you fought? Because he obviously took big punches in your fight as well.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty. It takes a lot to break me, but I broke my hand on his head, so. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of advantages it gives you. I have no idea. Not a doctor.
That's right. Definitely not a harder head. Now, obviously, this is going to be the rematch. It's a while down the road since you guys last fought. How do you see the second fight playing out compared to the first one?
Well, I don't know. It's a 3-round fight, I think, this one, and I don't think it's going to go 3 rounds at all. And I started my pre-training way before to help start with this camp. And, I'm just back home now, so I'm going to be getting into my training and starting my camp in the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So, I'll be in tip-top shape, and I won't make the mistake I did last time I was out, having to cut weight, so I'll be fine. It'll end pretty quickly, I say.
Oh, absolutely. The last fight, it was a while ago, but Dana White wasn't shy about calling it the greatest heavyweight fight in history. Is there pressure to live up to the expectations of the first fight?
Well, there's never pressure on me, you know. I'm just going to go out there and do what I do. You know, if it goes quickly, it goes quickly. If it takes a while, it takes a while. It doesn't matter. I'm there for the long way anyway, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting because Bigfoot's last win is against one of your teammates and close friends, Soa Palele, obviously one of the best heavyweights here out of Australia. Is this fight at all a chance for you to get a bit of a revenge for your friend and teammate?
Yeah, well, it's a bit of, it's a bit of redemption. It's time to, you know, a bit of revenge, actually. But it'll be good, though, you know what I mean? I was disappointed that Soa lost that fight. He had that one. He had the first round, you know. I was just disappointed anyway, so, but it'd be good to get some revenge.
Yeah, I think the Aussies will be looking forward to it, especially because of that. Now, a few months ago, you came and apologised. You were on the show. You apologised to your team for not being in peak shape for the Stipe fight. You mentioned that your pre-training is going well and that you'll be in tip-top shape. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us a bit about your training in Thailand.
Well, it was great in Thailand. You know, I went over to help Saw for his camp for Brazil. You know, and AKA is a great facility over there. You know, they've got some good guys there. So I had some good guys to work with. You know, he had a really good camp. You know, but like everything else on game day, it works out. So, you know, we stayed on and trained when they went to Brazil and kept training and, you know, amongst doing other things. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good to even start my camp. You know, when I go over to New Zealand in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks to train.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw a photo of you from Thailand.
It's a good time.
Yeah, well, we saw some of the videos of you over there doing some surfing and stuff, so it looked really, really fun. What weight are you on right now? Because we saw a photo of you and you looked like you were probably in the best shape we've seen you in your fighting career. Would it be safe to assume that we might see the lightest Mark Hunt we've ever seen at the weigh-ins for UFC 193?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just Photoshop now. No, we're just concentrating on weights and building a strong base. I'm about 131 at the moment, but I feel pretty good. You know,
Wow.
I had a few injuries with infection over there because of the dirty water and stuff like this. So, but you know, I'm in good shape for camp, so it's going to be good. I'll probably come in at about hopefully about a 115. So without a weight cut, so it's going to be great.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, I got to ask you, Mark, we also saw you reposted a video on Facebook in regards to the deplorable conditions that animals suffer in farms and commented, "I'm going vegan, hate this." Is this true? Are you really going to abandon meat and animal products altogether?
Well, vegan's a hard one, you know. I just post up what I want to do, you know. I mean, vegetarian is probably a bit more to ease my way into being a vegan. You know, being a fighter, you got to find some different ways of energy sources, but I have been, you know, a few people have reached out to me, a 300-pound vegan NFL player from the States have reached out, showing me, you know, all the different ways. Actually, a lot of vegetarians and vegans have reached out, showing me different ways you can eat and different things, so, you know, I appreciate all the help with that, but I don't think I'll go full vegan until after my career is done. So vegetarian, I'd say I'll try and stick to eating good food, probably. Yeah, well, it's hard to try and go. Well, I mean, but you know, it's not hard after watching those kind of videos. It's really sad.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's horrible watching animals being treated like that. And you're right, vegan's tough. No eggs, no milk, no nothing, no butter, cheese. But
yeah,
I just
no dairy product, yeah.
No dairy, yeah, no animal product, leather, nothing. But what I want to clarify, because obviously people put up things on Twitter and social media all the time, and sometimes you don't know how much weight there is. But when you say that, you know, you are actually abandoning meat, that is true. You are actually going to stop eating meat, and you will be vegetarian, correct?
I'll be trying to, yeah, trying to. It's not an easy thing to do. But like I said, I've got to still fight, you know, and fighting is like, you know, I think being a meat eater, you've got to be like a carnivore. I mean, it's got to have something to do with fighting. I mean, I said when I finish my career as a fighter, then I'll go vegan straight away without even eating any animal products. So,
wow.
Well, the biggest...
It's a process.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that's going to stand in your way is your love for KFC. We know it's your favorite. Are you going to have to wing yourself off? It'll be like getting off a drug.
Well,
are you trying to think?
I've already stopped eating that sort of rubbish. You know? I mean, being in Thailand for a while, it's funny because you have, like, everybody's on like a healthy buzz. You know, they're eating freaking good food, they're juicing, they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
Somewhere
I mean, it's good lifestyle to just train and live healthy, and I mean, to coming here, to hanging out with the kids and eating KFC and McDonald's.
Yeah, somewhere the Colonel has a tear in his eye. KFC is going to go out of business now. Before we let you go,
The Colonel's everywhere, though.
What's that?
The Colonel's everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere. Well, he's not going to be anymore. Before we let you go, Mark, just want to grab your thoughts on your past opponent, Fedor Emelianenko, possibly joining the UFC. He's definitely coming back to MMA. What do you think about him coming back to MMA after retiring?
Well, that's great, man. I mean, it's a long time. I don't know why he retired. I mean, everyone has their reason, but that's a long time coming. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. I was hopefully looking forward to welcoming him back within a rematch. I was hoping it'll be with me in Melbourne somewhere, but I guess not. We'll see what happens. It was good that Fedor's back in the fighting circles, and especially with UFC. I mean, he's got that's where the best players are right now, and that's where the party's at.
Yeah, for sure.
UFC's where the party's at.
For sure, man. So just to be clear, you wanted to fight Fedor in Melbourne, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out. Did you ask anyone about that fight, or was it just something on your mind?
Well, I mean, I never ask. I mean, unless there's some freaking guy talking rubbish, but I never asked for that person. But I'm just, it was just a thought when I heard it coming back. I was, maybe, I can welcome him to UFC in Melbourne. Who knows?
Wow, that would have been crazy. If you hear Dennis every week, how much Dennis loves Fedor, I don't know how Dennis will be able to contain himself. Finally, while we're doing predictions, let's get one for your fight with Bigfoot. What's the official prediction? How are you winning this rematch on November 15th?
First round by knockout. First round.
Well, there you go. Now, before we let you go, Mark, we're big fans of your clothing label, Juggernaut. What are a couple of new additions the fans need to grab today? Because we know there's always new stuff coming out. What are a couple of favorites that you can recommend for the fans to check out?
Well, the Juggernaut line's got heaps of different new stuff. We've got all winter gear now, jackets, a lot of stadium jackets. We're looking at trying to put a platinum range in, like with a leather jacket that I got myself. So it's it's all winter stuff right now. So check it out, www.jugnt.com. There's a whole lot of gear you can check online and go and buy. So you can support me with my fighting gear, and there's some good stuff on there. All trendy stuff,
Support.
We trendy here. We roll it with style.
Mark's obviously supporting us with all these jackets because we're freezing our asses off here in Melbourne. So don't forget to check out Mark Hunt's apparel line Juggernaut at www.jugnt.com. And of course, follow him on Twitter at MarkHunt1974. He will be fighting Bigfoot Silva at UFC 193 at Etihad Stadium. Mark, as always, thanks for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, guys. Take it easy.